Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Rockman3K3.
My name is always the ever-offensive Leroy Ketchum.
And guys, we're back for another great episode of The Nerd Plate. The Nerd Plate! Today, guys.
All that shit,
All of that. The 21 clip salute, sir. We out here today. Guys, we got a very special guest here for you today on this episode. You might have seen him, you might know him for a few things. He was out here doing some funny videos. I don't know, you may or may not know him, but he's kind of a big deal. Leroy,
that's kind of insulting, don't you think?
Nah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Let's pump him up, man. This dude has been everywhere.
He's funny and shit. He's funny. He's funny to me. I'm just playing.
That's terrible.
He's funny. He's YouTube funny. He's definitely on YouTube. He's out here in the streets. His skits do make me I'm sorry. I heard something.
What was that?
Yeah. Making me happy. But he black, which is why we fuss with him. He's out here on YouTube. His last video was Sora versus Sephiroth, because he's talking about the Smash thing, which I'm very happy to know that he follows this kind of thing, so I can ask him how he feels. He's gonna be real excited about it. But his name's Cloudie McDoom.
Cloudie McDoom, guys. Cloudie McDoom.
He does video games, he does cosplay, music. He's really out here in these streets.
He is all the way out here in these streets, and he was nice enough to come on our show, chop it up with us, and tell us about himself. We're gonna get him in here right now, send him the invite. Let's see if he's still gonna be on the show or not. Let's see. Hold on.
Why didn't you send him the invite in the message? Other than his email.
I mean, I did. I sent it that way. I'm sending it again now through his email because he's looking at his email, and I sent the link. So I don't know if he's.
He said he was watching his email. Ain't y'all just talking?
Yeah, but I mean, some people it's easier for them to just. Jump in through Gmail. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be me. I don't check my email.
I just.
I leave my email.
Stop! Oh my goodness! The great Cloudie McDoom.
What's up?
How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Good. You're doing pretty good.
Man, can you please tell the people about yourself? Because we tried to tell them about your epicness. We may have fell short. I don't know, but can you tell the people who you are, sir?
Yeah, for sure. I'm Cloudie McDoom. I'm a amateur cosplayer, musician, content creator, video game enthusiast, and all-around weirdo.
Man, like perfect for the podcast. One job.
Hey, look! I'm getting up there in years, so yeah, man. Look, he needs a new co-host, man. He needs a new co-host. So listen, all right, Mr. McDoom, we're gonna get straight into it, man. I like to ask all my guests this, along with Mr. Leroy, but we'll take turn asking you questions. But here's my first question. This is for me, basically. What video game made you fall in love with the video game culture? Because I know you out here. I seen your videos. I love them all. They're hilarious, especially the new one with Tio Choco. I thought that was hilarious. Me being a Final Fantasy fan.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I guess my real first dive into video games be like way back in the 90s. So I'm in my 30s, so like it would have been like the early Super Mario, Zelda, things like that.
Bro. He's just really passionate about Nintendo, and it gets on my nerves sometimes.
Nintendo for life, man.
My first Nintendo.
You're like, man, I really like Crash Bandicoot or something, but nah, Nintendo's fine, you know.
Nintendo forever. See, he likes other stuff too, Leroy. It's just, you know.
I just want to tell you how I got into it. I just didn't want his first thing to be Super Mario because then, you know, when you hear the word Mario, so, oh my God, here we go, it's going in. It's cool though because I can honestly say Mario was one of my first ones too. So yeah, you know, I just like to bust his nuts because you know he's leaving.
Old guy, I'm the Marcus. He's the Mike Lowry. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is over here.
Bad boy style.
That's it. That's it. Thank you. Leroy, do you want to ask the next one? He stuck. Leroy stuck. Oh no. Okay. Well,
doing this.
Yeah, he's doing the same one. He's probably killing himself laughing right now. All right. So I'm gonna ask you the next question. How do you come up with your skits, man? Because they're so funny and so unique. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah.
So I guess to go back chronologically, you know, I've been drawing all my life. Like I'm an artist. You know, I've always drawn and doodled and made up characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you combine that with my love for video games. I used to kind of emulate how they act in the games and stuff. You know, like the walk cycles, the animations. Like I was just a weird kid like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got older, I just kind of started to make skits and concepts, but I would infuse those things into them. Those things that I love. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why mine had this unique, like almost like not real, like I'm pulling you into some kind of fantasy, like bubble with you. You know what I'm saying? I think. Like my reality, I kind of think in terms of video games. Which is weird, I know, but that's just how I process things.
Oh no, bro, I do the same thing. That's how I live in life. That's what's up. Because they're so unique. Because from the when you did Arthur from Red Dead Redemption 2 to like the Final Fantasy skits. Like I didn't even know you were a Final Fantasy fan like that. To the crazy sword skits, like they made me die laughing, man. Because I was like, this guy, he gets it. I like him. He gets everything.
Yeah, man. And what's funny is, with content creation, you kind of have to ride these waves. So, like back in 2018, when I did my first Red Dead Redemption skit, that's what kind of catapulted me into like the limelight, so to speak. Not really, but like it took my basic page from 200 followers to like 3,000 followers because Roger Clark, the man who plays Arthur Morgan,
great voice actor. Yes.
He reached out to me and like we became friends because of that skit. So I kept doing more skits and stuff. And that's how I got that core following.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of shifted gears into the Kingdom Hearts stuff on the whim. So I was fooling around in the backyard. I had the wig on and the keyblade and I was jumping around. And that's how I got that following. But you're kind of seeing the tail end of that. Because I still do Kingdom Hearts stuff, but it's kind of like I try to space it out a little more now. So Final Fantasy, I just kind of squeezed in there. Kingdom Hearts is kind of the same thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you do a great job of that because, again, like we're like that. The other one where you did Deku, or the guy who wants to be Deku. Oh my gosh! Because I recognize that actress. I'm sorry, her name escapes me right now, but I recognize her. Yeah, like from a lot of the Big Job videos, and that was hilarious. That was a great mashup because I was just like, again, getting the nerd culture, gets it.
Yeah, man, Beaver's awesome because she lives in LA, but she's from Alabama, so she came to visit. So it's like family. Yeah, but she reaching out for content creators. Like she found me and was like, "Hey, I see you do this nerd stuff. Why don't you like do a skit together?" So I was like, "Cool." So I gave her the concept of like the Deku and the nerd guy on a date. And like it was so organic because she doesn't know about that kind of stuff. Like she's not a nerd dog. Like
right.
She's like normal stuff.
Right.
So it was a flash into the world to the point that it got like 1 million views on Facebook, and she wants to do more of those episodes with me. So like that's gonna be cool.
I thought that was funny because in the skit, she does the classic like, "Oh no, I watched Pokemon with Goku and Pikachu," and I was just like, "Oh my god, they did!" And she was like, "No, I know about it. I watch it." She's like, "No, you're wrong." And it's just like, I'm wrong. Okay. You know?
She was such a proud woman in the skits. Like, she wasn't going to back down from her not knowing about it, you know?
Right. I mean, that was, again, hilarious, man. Just great stuff all the way around. Great stuff. So, Leroy, you're back with us. Do you want to ask the next question since you're back with us?
I didn't even know what you asked, but all I heard was I watched Pokemon where Goku and Pikachu have pictures.
Yes.
You know, he said that in jest, but I've heard people say shit like that, and it just makes me want to punch him in the nose. But you do that in America.
Like how he does in the video is just so cool because that's every nerd ever. Just, all right, you know, we just let it go. Like I don't want to tell you wrong, but okay.
Yeah, it's like we know I had to try to correct her, but she wasn't having it. So correct like that. Which question did you do?
I did number 2, so we on the third question, sir.
Okay, cool. I don't like how you phrase it, but being a person of culture, how does it feel to be a content creator in today's society? Because you know this. I'm not gonna say this as I'm gonna say this as PC as possible, but it's the year of Black people. You know, with all the political climate going on,
peak blackness.
Peak blackness. Black Nation is at an all-time high, especially being celebrated. So, how do you feel? How do you feel being in? I guess it's not really an elite part of society because you know with Black we got soul. You know, we got that we get that natural Lowry seasoning on everything good. Yeah. How do you feel in I guess in Trump's America? Well, not even Trump's America, in Biden's America now. It's something American. Somebody in America, right? It ain't ours. Unfortunately. I got you. So how do I feel in terms of like what role I play within this kind of this landscape, like you mentioned, with the Black creators kind of coming up? Yeah, man, you are representative out here now.
Yeah, bro, like you've been out here for a while. I mean, ever since Akia Boy, you know what I'm saying? Like you've been out here. And a lot of people don't know that because I didn't know who Akia Boy was until like I was in Second and Charles like years ago. And one dude was like, dude, you don't know who that is? Oh my gosh, like they're so funny. That's why I got into your videos, man.
I work with kids, and you know the kids of today are definitely not the kids like I was because they're always constantly on YouTube. And I always see them watch YouTube. 9 times out of 10 they're white. And I was like, yeah. Like someone feels like, you don't know Black YouTube creators and nothing. He's like, no, but I like this guy. He's been making videos for like years. Honestly, I'll break it down into 2-part answer. So with the Akia Boy stuff, you know, that was I was well known for that years ago because I did cosplay. I was a cosplay videographer, so everyone knew about it that way. The skits I kind of started to finesse into the channel, but they weren't hitting like they were supposed to. You know, like people liked them, but it was one of those things like it's pretty good, but you know what we really want, which tries.
Right.
So slowly kind of transitioned into Cloudie McDoom, and like I told you before with the Red Dead Redemption thing, that's what blew that up. Before Cloudie didn't exist, like it was on nobody's radar until I did that Red Dead video. I was a nobody, and
nah, man, you always somebody to us, man, the underground YouTubers. They won.
Like exactly. I like people. They know my history with Akia for sure. But with Cloudie now, I feel a weight on my shoulders as a Black creator because, like you said, I represent a lot of people, so I have to tread as carefully as possible to make sure I represent all of us best I can. But also to make sure, like, what I do to make us all proud as nerds and blurs and people within this culture. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I like I said, I can remember a time. I mean, that makes me sound super old, but like I can remember a time where like being in school, I couldn't really express my nerdiness as much as I wanted to because it wasn't a cool thing to do. It was like, you know,
on the wall, you know what I'm saying? All of us.
Yeah. But nowadays, like I said, there's so much out there, so much diversity that like, you know, you can kind of do what you want, but at the same time, you still have to represent. Like we have to represent accordingly. You know, so I'm definitely on the weirder spectrum of the creative geek culture, but it's still contained enough to where people can relate to me, you know?
Well, and I definitely feel that because of 2 things. One, the diversity in your skits because of the Panic at the Disco skits. which are hilarious. I couldn't pay rent, and so he's just like, "What a beautiful oh boy!" And then you did one that was really I thought was iconic that still kept your comedy, but at the same point was very sensitive, very aware of the climate we're in. Where it's the one where you're facing like it was the racism versus like the black. I want to say it was like white Twitter versus black Twitter or something like that. And I'm getting it wrong, I'm sure, but
I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember the title either.
And it's hilarious because he's like, no, but the algorithm, and you're just like, you didn't count on us, rising above. And it's the greatest shit ever. Like,
oh yeah, it was a Black Lives Matter anime edition.
Yeah,
where it was
just found it.
Systemic racism fighting the basic like anime guy, getting beat down.
I thought that was beautiful. I thought the only thing you were missing, nope, you had that too, the power of friendship. And like always, like all animes, power of friendship.
Talk no jutsu.
Like I have. What's up?
I said that's just like talk no jutsu. Between that and the power of friendship, and I'm not gonna give up on my friends. You can win.
The thing with that was and like let me preface this with two things. Like I have an overactive imagination, so that also contributes to my content creation. But I also commit to the roles. Like I'm not a professional actor, but I'm trying to like I'm one of those people that if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right. Like I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. Right. Like my job is to like make sure you as the viewer can believe what I'm selling in terms of my character. So like if I'm Arthur Morgan, like Artie Mack, I gotta like real cowboy. Like I gotta be in that mode. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm like running around a store as a kid, I'm like, yeah, like I have to be those characters, you know? So
and you are. Like for real, dude, like hats off to you because like those characters are hilarious.
I appreciate it.
When you had Artie Mack beat up Zora, that shit
Artie Mack was whooping. I said that was better than regular Arthur Morgan. And he choked people for fun.
For fun. I thought you did that beautifully.
And I made sure because I was trying to blend both my fan bases, my Red Dead and my Kingdom Hearts. Mm-hmm. So obviously I made sure that Artie Mack didn't shoot Sora because he ain't trying to kill no kids out here. But like I made sure he disciplined him for stealing his clothes. Like he whooped him with a belt. Like give him the discipline that he needs.
Oh.
Like I like how you did the Artie Mack of Kingdom Hearts. Like if he was in Kingdom Hearts, like that's how he show up. He just beat him with a belt. And he's just like, wow, that's what you gonna do.
He turned into Granddad from the Boondocks, and he just turned kung fu with the belt for no reason.
It was perfect.
Appreciate it.
You throw a Lenny in there, and we good.
Lenny.
Oh man,
love it. Okay, and again, Leroy, I'm gonna let you ask the next question since you missed out a little bit because I have two already, so I'll let you ask two.
All right, tell us about your creative structure for your skits and your streaming, and without pulling back too much of the curtain, tell us how the sausages get made.
The recipe,
Yeah, for sure. So my creative structure is, like I mentioned before, since I have a very overactive imagination, which keeps me up at night sometimes, like I can literally envision like my skits, like they're playing out as a movie. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do a skit, like it already plays out like in segments, almost like frames of a comic book. So all I do is just think on those and just like create it, film and record it, whatever. And then when I get to the editing process, I mash it all together. And sometimes like I'll try to slide in just like some like social humor, just for fun, like just to be funny. Good example of that is my Final Fantasy skit I did recently. It was them versus the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like that was cool. Yes. And the joke with that is that creators like us, like we work really hard to put stuff out there and it didn't get much exposure. But a girl who's like, hey, here's my sleeve or whatever. And again, disrespect to any, like I have friends who do the OnlyFans and all that stuff. Shout out to them in case they see this. Look, but it's kind of the
if we could have an OnlyFans page and it would work, I'd do it.
Yeah, for sure. So like the joke of this skit is that like the algorithm only boosts stuff like that. So the entire skit itself is very meta because I put a lot of effort into the skit itself. And the whole time the algorithm is like, this is pointless. Your effort is for nothing. I'm gonna show you what people want. And then this chick comes out and like,
Now let me ask you this. Now, speaking of that, recently, Square Enix is like retweet you back. You know, they're putting you out there. Like, how does that feel, man? To just like have like one of the greatest companies of all times, like just reach out to you. I mean, listen, Leroy. Back then, I'm not talking about now. You know what I'm saying?
Did we just have an hour-long conversation about Final Fantasy VII Remake last night?
We did.
Okay.
Shout out to you from Government Dave. But how does that feel in terms of like, you know, like creators coming out and just like, hey man, we like your stuff, or hey, you noticed us. Like, cause that was, I mean, I was proud for it, and I was like, man, like I hope that's me one day with my RPG. But go ahead, you know. I just
feel you, man. It's kind of surreal in the sense that like, because it's happened in different segments, you know, like I said, Roger Clark, when he hit me up, I was starstruck with that, and becoming friends with him was like a weird, like, because like I said, he's the guy in the game. Like if I go downstairs and play the game, that's him, you know. It's odd to process. Like I'm cool with him, his wife, like we're friends, but like the more stuff I do, like it's almost like a ripple effect. And what I mean by that is like I'm in the middle of this ripple. So I know I'm working hard, like I'm grinding every day, staying up till 3 a.m., passing out on the keyboard, doing stuff. So I know I'm getting stuff out there, but I can't see how far the ripple goes into the ocean. So like sometimes I have people from like Germany or Iran or Brazil, like they'll hit me up like, hey man, it's fragments in English, but they'll tell me to the best of their abilities, like, hey man, I love your videos. And I'm really touched. And like they'll like kind of vent to me like, look, man, I was really depressed and this video made me feel this way. And like I get those weekly. And for me, I still view myself as like just this dude who makes geeky stuff. Like I don't see myself through the lens that the world might, some people might see me, you know what I'm saying? So it's I'm thankful, but it's definitely like I have imposter syndrome sometimes because I don't believe my own hype, and I probably never will and probably never should, but you know.
No, bro, you can talk your shit, man, because you
please believe it. I talk my shit every day.
Right. And I mean, you put the stuff out there. And by the way, just to show you how big you are and you don't even know it, I don't know if you know this or not, but you know one of our good friends, and she was actually on the show a long time ago, Christy Boss. Like, she's actually a really good friend of mine.
Yeah, and I like Christy. Yeah, she's cool. I knew her in the con scene.
Yeah, like she's big into it.
We've been knowing Christy since we was working at GameStop, and that was eons ago. Man. Damn.
Hey, I was still young when I was working at GameStop.
The good old days.
Nah, it wasn't good old days at all, bro.
Excuse me, the good old days.
Man, the pay was not there. The only thing that kept me there is like working with good people like my co-host here, Mr. Leroy, and like the people. That was it. Fuck that company. Anyway, not gonna get into that. I do want to ask the next question. Which do you prefer, skits or streaming right now?
You know, they're two different, I won't say monsters, but they're two different things to tackle because like with skits, you know, I can control everything in a sense of, okay, I know exactly how the skit's going to go. I know which joke is going to go here. What effect goes there. It's a done deal. With streaming, it's like I have to play the game, be good enough for the game to get through it, and also entertain people who are like watching and interacting. So I have to kind of like constantly like be going and going, which is great. You know, like thankfully my personality, I can kind of flow with it. So I never get stuck like I don't know what to say. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like yeah, but it's not that I prefer one or the other, but I do love content creation since that's where I started from, you know. But Twitch is still content creation, just live.
Yeah. I tried the Twitch thing. I can't talk that long. Because you know, back in the I ain't gonna say back. It was like 2 months ago when I was like, I want to start streaming, and then I started playing the game, and I realized I don't say anything when I'm playing games. I'm really just into it, like.
Yeah.
So it works 10 times better for you because you got that wow factor that I don't have, and you're already creative. You already got the jokes loaded in. Me, I'm sitting here looking at the screen like, damn, what's happening next?
Oh, okay.
You know, I get up, go to the bathroom, get some water, come back with a chicken wing hanging out my mouth and stuff like that. And you know, people don't want to see that. PewDiePie didn't get famous like that, but
hey, I eat on stream all the time. Like I don't even care.
And see, my mentor told me don't ever eat on screen again. So, but this is also a work environment, and we're with corporate people. So I was like, okay. My point is, your stream's 10 times funnier than mine will ever be.
We tried, man, and like I even tried, and it's not so bad. I don't know. I'm not interested. Like when I play my games, I just want to sit down and play them. Right. Like I'll interact. Like people ask me questions, I'll interact with it because I think the longest stream I have is like either King of Fighters or like Ghost Recon, and that was just that random. You know what I'm saying?
You streamed Final Fantasy 15? Not 15.
Yeah, no, I did. You're right. I streamed 15. I don't know, man.
And Saints Row, because you and nobody were playing Saints Row, and
we did shout out the taper.
Right? Shout out the taper. But see, your stream was better because I was watching and I was like, oh, man, at least he's talking. Hell, I would have just been playing the game. Blowing shit up. Far better than me. So, you
does help.
What's up?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was about to say, you get more props from me just for being able to do it.
It also helps too that like, since I have a community that's kind of built up around like the stuff I've been doing, they'll usually talk to each other. Like they'll be in there, they'll say what's up to me and like I'll interact with them. But if I'm just like honed in on the game, they'll just chat with each other or commentate on what I'm doing. So like at this point, I don't have to like actively talk to them all the time because they know I get like loads of the game. So
yeah.
Okay.
I respect that.
Appreciate that.
Now this next one's a little bit loaded, but stay with me for this. It's okay. You definitely blown up. You've seen major success over the years. We all know that. You continue to get recognition from so many cool people. What's next for Cloudie McDoom? If you can tell us, I don't want you to. I know you got deals and stuff that we, but.
Oh no, man. I'm pretty transparent with this stuff. Like everyone knows, like I did a BuzzFeed skit. It was like an Among Us thing. So that was pretty fun. We're in talks of doing more stuff, but that's not like set in stone. So I'm not gonna run around telling people, yeah, I'm about to do another BuzzFeed thing. If they hit me up, cool. But if not, it's no big deal. I know I'm gonna be working with Kanigra more. The plan is for in 2021 for me to go to LA, to kind of work with her friends, like the other content creators in that little circle.
Okay.
That's on the radar. Like it's not set in stone either. Right. Collaborate with more people. Like me and Marlon Webb, we're cool now. Like we've done a couple skits together.
The one with, awesome. Is it Marlon Webb's evil twin?
Yeah.
I remember Marlon from Vine, and I saw that shit. I was like, oh my god, ain't no way. But yeah, he's hella fun.
And I'll finish that other answer, but like, let me deviate for a second. So Marlon Webb, everybody under the sun would comment on my videos. Are you Marlon Webb?
Yeah.
Are you Marlon Webb? Marlon Webb? And in my head, I'm like, first I'm thinking, well, that's obviously racist because not all black people look like. But anyway, so we'll skip over that one. But I kept seeing it, and I kept seeing it. So then I hit a point where I made a TikTok where I made a joke, like everyone mistakes me for Marlon Webb, and he saw it. And then he hit me up like, hey man, like I'm going to react to your video. And that's how I got like a little more, I won't say fame, but like people knew me more after he did that. So then we started doing the evil twin skit. So like the premise is always him going to his car or something. And I'm just waiting for him. I'm just watching and waiting.
I love it.
But yeah, so now I'm back to the deviation. Other stuff I have planned really is just really grinding, man. Because my ultimate dream is to become a big enough content creator to where I can make my own game studio years from now. So like everything I'm doing is almost laying the groundwork for me to actually like have the clout, quote unquote, to transition into indie game development. Because I dabbled with that when I was a kid, and you can tell from my videos, like I'm still obsessed with video games, even the aspects,
Right. Well, I mean, hey, listen, keep at it, dude. Because as an aspiring game designer myself that has a company, what I'm saying, the Kingdom of Hell coming soon one day. Here it comes. My co-host Leroy has said his little girl will be grown before my game comes out, which that shows how much faith he has in me. So yes,
I have no shy faith that you won't get it done. It's just when. With hell ASP at some point.
Right. Well, now I got some tough shoes to fill because in the midst of my game coming out, Final Fantasy VII Remake came out. We thought that was never going to come out.
Kingdom Hearts 3 came out.
That one came out. Which one?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3? Yeah, that was the big one. I was like, and Leroy's just looking at me like,
time's ticking, bro.
Oh,
I love Remake. FF7 Remake was so good.
It was. Should
have called him last night.
What'd you say?
Should have called him last night when we was arguing about it.
That's we should have.
It's not the same game. It is the same game. It's just a different retailer.
It's different. Anyway, what I was gonna say, like, definitely don't give up on it. And just I was gonna ask because I remember seeing a post about that. So, like, do you see yourself when you make your games? Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna get into the gaming industry. What do you see yourself making in terms of like games? Do you see yourself making all types? Because I would like to do that. Right now, I'm working on an RPG, but through RPG Maker and like I'm doing the music and shit for it. But eventually, what now?
I used to use RPG Maker. Yeah.
It's got much better. Trust me. I was gonna ask, like, what do you see yourself making in terms of like games?
I know definitely in the adventure RPG action genre for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I haven't been able to formulate the clear like idea in my head, because usually when I create something, like it'll be a blob of an image and I wait for it to kind of like form itself into something before I act on it. So I know I see like, I don't know, something with cell shading or like just really interesting graphics. I know it'll be like one of those really fun, like I want a really fun, my first game to be like a really fun action RPG, like straight up.
Okay.
Great story.
Play that one. He may not play mine, but he'll play that one.
I'll play yours because his is RPG as fuck, and I don't do RPG as fuck. I need some hacking and some slashing. I need some dialogue and a couple of stats and stuff, but his is. Ooh.
We had to beg him to play Mass Effect McDoom, and he finally played it. And he's like, all right, it's good, but like, damn. Like,
I played the first one. I never made it to the. I made it, and I can't make it through the second one. I'm sorry.
The second one is better than the first.
I know. The second one is where the action is. That's the best one out to see. It's like the second. Yeah, I know.
And he's still complaining it's too slow.
I can't do it, bro. I'm sorry.
What I remember, because I haven't played Mass Effect in years, but I remember I played through the first one because a homeboy let me borrow. The first one was cool. I hated the driving the tank or the ship or whatever. I hated that. Too. But they fixed it in the second one, so I was happy with that.
They did.
The complexity of 2, like, it was so well done that I couldn't knock it. I haven't played 3 yet, though, so I don't. That's where I stopped.
Oh man,
really? You gotta play 3.
See,
you gotta play.
He understands. It's slow.
Oh come on!
And apparently,
man.
3 is like the best one in the series.
3 is.
That's what that's what people tell me.
I think it's 1, and then 2 and 3 actually for me, like because. 3, I won't ruin anything for you. Just play 3, like please. It's
don't play 3.
Leroy, but you please play 3, please.
I vaguely remember the plots. Like I remember I got pissed off at the second one because I didn't save one of my crewmates in time, so I showed up at the end and she got juiced, and she was my girl. I was like, I know they didn't just juice my girl, like in this weird alien ship. Like they juiced her. I had to watch it. It was traumatizing. I was like, oh man, but yeah, it was a lot going on.
That's what's up. Okay. All right. Well, I kind of already asked. Okay. So I already asked this. All right. So we pretty much down to the last question. Before we do that though, do you have any questions for the nerd plate while you're here? Because we like to talk to the community, and we like for the community to talk with us. So is there any questions you would like to ask us while you're here?
Yeah. I was pretty intrigued by when you mentioned that you were making a game. Honestly, like if you want, like, I know you're still working on it, I guess, but like if you have any screenshots of it or anything like that to show me, that'd be pretty cool to see. Because like when you said that you used RPG Maker, I thought about my time using RPG Maker, and granted it was like years ago, but like I didn't like. It's always cool to me when I find other people who are into that, And sorry, Leroy, you're not like big on RPGs, but like. It's something I'm big enough.
I like RPGs. I just don't like his RPGs because he wants. What was So okay, I think in like our first 2 years, I can't even. It was the first year or the second year, but you remember Bravely Default.
Yeah, for the 3DS.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
You remember how hard you beat me into like, oh my god, you need to buy this game, and it came out, and I was like,
yes, I remember that.
and
I
I
feel
tried
so
it,
bad.
and I was
Because
like, bro, I don't understand this game at all. I'm sorry.
it was so long. I remember that. Bravely Default, and it was great because Bravely Default was like the people who did Chrono Trigger, the people who did
And see, I
like
like Chrono Trigger. He was like, you don't like this shit. You played Chrono Trigger. You don't understand. I was like,
and the basically like it was a good game, but it was like traditional Final Fantasy 4 RPG, and like they got into like the syndrome that Final Fantasy kind of get into, to where like when you get to the middle, it's a whole bunch of grinding until you get or you're ready for that final level. So Bravely Default was kind of like, but yeah, no, actually, I put the website in the chat so you can see it there. I'll definitely also send some pictures over to you and send the website link over in the little discussion thing that we had. But yeah, I mean, you know, I have a whole website up for it. Like I said, I'm doing pretty much everything except for I'm doing some of the artwork, but some of it's outsourced as well. Doing the music for it, doing the dialogue. It's a lot. That's why it's taking me forever to get this game out. So
it's like it's just when you're solo in it. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. So, but yeah, I guess my other question would be like, how long have you guys been doing this, like with your platform?
Oh man, what was it like?
Feels
5
like
years now?
Forever, but nah, I think
it does. It does.
I think it's been 4 years.
Yeah. Because we funny story, bro. We actually started on YouTube, and then like what I think we were just like, yo, man, like because he was still
on
in
YouTube
college.
and I was in school, and it took like 4 hours to edit one video, and I was like, bro, I cannot do this anymore.
We had so much footage, and there's still so much footage that we didn't release, and yeah, after a while, we're just like, yo, bro, like I can't. I was working, and I was just like, yo, like, because I was using Premiere, he's using Final Cut Pro, and like we were both like really good editors. It's just it takes so much time, yeah, and obviously you know that because all of your
about to say, man.
You know, so,
he told me the magic rule is like for every hour of video, you need 2 hours of editing time, and I was like,
hard pass.
It sounds like a job, and
it is. It's definitely a job, man.
It is. And so after that, we went to like, you know, podcasting, and then we just started showing. We showed up on SoundCloud first, and then we eventually made our way to everybody. And with the help of like, you know, Leroy really pushing the social stuff, like thanks to him, like we're all over the place now.
I was in a constant battle with a dude for a handle on Twitter. Because it was at Nerdplay, and I had to be at _Nerdplay, and I fought this dude for like 3 years. No, it was like 2 years. I was just messaging him like, hey, you know, any luck? You know, what can we do? And he would message back like once every 4 months.
Yeah.
And then he finally, I guess he got off Twitter because I checked one day and I was like, oh, it's available. Let me go and get that. So, but yeah, man. And this all started from working in GameStop.
These are like it was conversations we would have while we're just sitting there working, man.
And I don't know if you want me to tell. I don't know if he wants me to tell you this, but I'm gonna gauge this by his face. He was actually on a podcast before I got to be a part of it. And let's just say it didn't work out. He didn't have the right partner. You know what I'm saying? So he asked me. And him, and you know, when we started doing this, I was like, bro, this is like a shift. This is a 3-hour shift at GameStop. Like, why don't we just bring a mic in to work? But like, I never thought I was gonna be a podcaster in 2020, but this shit's fun, man.
Oh yeah.
This ain't even work no more. I enjoy. I can't wait for Sunday to get him to record this thing.
Yeah, like I said, it's the labor of love. And that's kind of what's weird about the pandemic. Like, I always tell people I'm really ambivalent about quarantine because obviously no one liked the pandemic. You know, rest in peace to everybody who succumbed to the virus. But it's like it forced me to like lock myself away because I couldn't visit nobody. I couldn't meet up with people to do skits or anything. So it was just me in my house or like yard. So like it kind of forced me to dig deep as a creator. And this is the year I actually popped off for real, you know? Like because I was doing all this stuff, and for whatever reason, when you're limited with resources, it's like it forces you to do like better stuff. It's weird.
Absolutely.
It forces you to be good at things that you never thought you could be good at.
Yeah.
Well, and then it's forcing people to have like real personalities, because now you can't get away with the whole like, oh, I'm just gonna go out, I'm just gonna go to the club. Now you gotta sit at home with yourself, and people
and deal with yourself and your problems and shit.
Yeah, like I can't run away from this. I'm just a horrible person,
Which I was already creative prior to the pandemic, but it's like it kind of like it sharpened it. Like I said, the lack of resources. And by resources, I mean like hanging with other people.
Yeah.
All right. Like friends who can come film you doing stuff. It's like, okay, I got to do this myself.
Yeah.
What can I do?
And it cuts out all excuses like, oh man, I'll do this tomorrow. I got this, and that to do. Like, nah, you ain't got shit to do today, tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah.
So you might as well sit here, hit the grindstone, and get it done.
Yeah. That's one man. So.
Yeah. And especially like I'm learning that because like right now, like everything I'm going through, like I lost my job because of the pandemic. And so it's been like, nah, it's cool, man. It's been like, okay, got to work on these projects. Like I got out Virtuous Armaments season 1, which everybody can still go listen to that today on any podcast. And I got everybody together to do voice acting, and that was a crowning achievement to me because one, my friends are super talented, and again, shout out to everybody that's on that, and then two, like, I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think I would pull it off, but because I was so focused, because I was like, yo, I ain't got nothing to lose. Like, it just happened, and it was dope. I mean, Leroy's in it. He does a great job as the mobster. You know what I'm saying? And he kills it. Like, this dude does it in one take, which was
not gonna lie. That was the best shit ever. Because everybody else took 3 or 4, and I did it in one.
Yeah. Like, I had to direct everybody else. This goofy motherfucker gets up there and he's like, what are my lines? Cool. And like kills it. Like he's like Denzel Washington some shit. And I'm just like, the fuck? Where was this? So it's really cool. Yeah, the pandemic is definitely teaching me to focus and just have that sharp, like, okay, it's gotta get done.
You put out a book too, man.
I did. I put out a book of poetry. I'm an emo dude, #emo, but which Project Emo season is coming out. Everybody can check that out. I'm writing another poetry book because
still got it.
Emo don't stop. Oh, you got the book. Oh, come on, man, you're embarrassing me, brother. That's terrible.
Hell no, I'm still reading this shit. It's long as hell.
It is. I ain't sorry about that.
Speaking of, I actually did it was a long time or in the middle of the pandemic. It was called When Emo Still Haunts You. So like the idea is like I'm sitting here on a computer and like this emo version of myself is running back and forth in the house and like snatches me up, changes my whole body, and like I'm singing this song or whatever. But I can relate to the emo days.
Dude, and that's why I love your skits, man, because they're so, again, diverse and like you feel at home with it because you're also doing something that we as Black people, and this is truly us, well, we always strive to tell other people is that we're not fucking monolith. Not all of us listen to rap music. Not all, like, yes, some of us do know who Panic at the Disco are or like who Hoobastank is. You know what I'm saying? We did listen to MTV. And it's just funny because people are just like, what? Like
we were seeing kids too. We were just, better.
Right. Better at concealing it, So, all right. So, Cloudie McDoom, we're not going to keep you. We know you're a busy person, but we do have like one last question to ask you. This is something that you're our first major guest, in a while. Now, shout out to Christy. Christy was the first to like pop it, but you're like the first major, like, oh my God.
Please say that because she is going to hit us in Twitter and be like, I know y'all ain't forget me.
Right. Like, we got to give shout out to Christy because she's going to give us shots otherwise. And also, Shogun, we're not going to forget about him as well. The sole successor, like third host of the show. But we wanted to ask you, of course, you're at the Nerd Plate. We keep it nerdy with food. And since you're our first big guest, we're going to test this question on you and see how it goes.
All right.
What nerdy thing would Cloudie McDoom say at a restaurant or a fast food joint?
You said what nougat?
Nerdy.
What like nerdy and food thing would Cloudie McDoom say at a fast food restaurant or a restaurant?
Nerdy food thing. got some Pocky or something like that, maybe. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think.
You know, I don't even like Pocky sticks.
I do, but I don't think I eat it at a restaurant, so I wouldn't say it there.
Right.
Pocky sticks is just overhyped.
Yeah, it's just chocolate biscuit sticks. You know, it's simple, but it gets the job done.
It's so good. It's so good.
I just don't. I don't like. Oh, maybe I don't like the quantity. You only get like 6 or 7.
Well,
get boxes full. You got to just down all the boxes.
Yeah, like,
weird
for me
doing
to,
that.
For me to.
That's how you do it, though. You do Stone Cold Steve Austin with it.
Yeah. I thought about someone could take that the wrong way and be like, wait a minute, what's
So instead of this, you just gotta crack them open and do that. That's fun. That's terrible.
That's hilarious.
It's okay. We're an adult. We're not an adult. We're a mature podcast. So
great.
TVMA.
You say what?
We're a TVMA. So don't worry.
Don't hold back, bro. Don't hold back.
Well, so let me think again. So you're saying when I'm in a restaurant, what would I say to the waiter or waitress that's nerdy, like for my food, or like I need a little more.
It's like because nerd plate is like nerd and food together. Like for example, if I was at a restaurant, the nerdiest thing I'd probably say is, "Hey, like I'm hungry, like Mega Man's E-Tank, and I'm empty. Hook me up."
See, for me, it'd be like, all right, I'm trying to eat like Goku.
Okay. I feel that.
Bring it.
Let's see. Man, that's a tough one. Now I gotta like think on the fly what I would say like to reference something like that, man. Ah, wow.
See, Leroy, we messed up with that. What'd you say? With
that one.
Yeah, now we messed up, Leroy. He gonna put us in the skit. Be like, they ask me all kinds of questions like this.
Sorry, I'm gonna get on TikTok. I'm gonna get on TikTok when this video come out, and I'll be scoping. I already liked a couple of them, but you know, I'm gonna wait for my little cameo in there.
Listen, McDoom, brother make fun. So I'll be like, hey, I was mentioning. Did you see us? You see us? We were mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but like if it comes to me in the future, like I'll like message it like, hey, here's my.
Okay. All right. Cool. I mean,
can I ask what your favorite anime is?
Somebody asked me this last night in the interview. Sorry, I'm chewing something.
Hey man, don't feel bad. I've been eating on this podcast for 4 years. Don't.
Okay, cool. I told them I have a top 5, but my ultimate top 1 is Akira because that movie is bananas. I love it.
Respect.
Like it's
classic, bro. Classic.
Respect.
It's so trippy, but the animation is like you can tell it took them a decade. Like it's crazy.
Like they're still screening that to this day, bro. Like that's never gonna go away. Never.
Like it's an achievement because oh man. And I will say this: my favorite anime show is Fooly Cooly because that's my high school jam.
Wow. I want to say like
you are the first dude to ever say that.
Listen, Cloudie, I've seen it like what 5 times, and I've seen the whole thing. I hadn't seen the new shit. I've seen the whole. I still don't understand it.
Me too.
Tried. It's so rough.
I know, like, all right. So here's my interpretation of it, and I mean, I imagine it's meant to be open ended for anybody, but like, it's just showing how weird adolescents can feel. Like, it's trying to show you visually how weird it feels to be an adolescent trying to grow up. And like feel all these weird emotions and like all this stuff that's happening because a recurring theme for the kid is he's actually like surrounded by, not surrounded by, but like there's women in his life. So like they'll do the whole anime thing where it's like, there's titties on my face or whatever. Yeah. And like the way he reacts to that stuff, like it blows him away. But like at the same time, he's trying to be cool. Like he has his regular friends he goes to school with, but he's trying to impress his brother's ex-girlfriend who like always hangs out with him. So he's trying to be all these things to different people. You know, a good son to his dad and like granddad, you know, go to school. Like, it's just weird though. Like it's a trip, but I dig it, man.
So you trying to say Hot Take Man is really just anime Big Mouth? Is that what you're trying to say?
Wait.
It's really just anime Big Mouth?
Actually, yeah. I mean, in a way. I mean, it's obviously not as crude as Big Mouth, but like it's got like those elements. Like like there's a lot of innuendo in Fooly Cooly where it's like, oh, well, that obviously means he got an erection. That obviously means, like, you know what I'm saying? It's
I mean,
because they like, what is Fooly Cooly? And I was just like,
she revved up a guitar and hit this nigga, and something grew out of his head, and then his brother became a robot, or came and grew big and fought a hand monster.
Yeah, it's like, it's not for everybody, but it's I guess it caters to people like me who have just weird, like, our imaginations are like just doing that. So like, it's, you know,
don't get me wrong, it's definitely amazing. I just didn't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
but I love it.
Well, let me ask you, since you like the old school, because you like myself, what about how did you feel about anime like Wicked City, Ninja Scroll, and like Vampire Hunter D? Because those are my first loves right at the top.
What's crazy is, like, I haven't even gotten a chance to watch a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could easily say the cheesy, like, oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z is my favorite, which that's the one I really got into as a kid.
That's the gateway drug. That's whatever.
Yeah, everyone knows about it, so it's not like, you know.
We're not hating on it, Leroy. We're not hating on it.
I know.
Chill out.
I'm just processing.
Look,
I love it. It's just
I live and die by it.
You say what?
I said I live and die by it. So
Vampire Hunter D.
Oh no, Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, bet. Yeah, so I'm, you know.
It's okay, because like a lot of people, and I mean that's totally understandable, bro, because you know back then, and I've always told Leroy this on the show, it was hard for us to get anime here in the States, because back then you had to like import it in like drugs, or get Safa or G4 when they finally got stuff like Serial Experiments Lane and the Vampire. I remember seeing Vampire Hunter D, 8-Man, and Wicked City on like Safa. And like that was my introduction to anime. After that, I was just like, "Yo, I mean,
God damn it!"
I never call myself like the most knowledgeable on anime. Like, I haven't seen like a ton of them. You know what I'm saying? But I still know like, I enjoy it.
Dude, it's so much. I mean, nobody really can, because like when I sit back and think about like all the anime I've seen, and then I still think about how much more anime is out there, like. I still hadn't seen like maybe more than 20% of anime, you know? It's just like, damn. So, but at least now, I will say as an old person, I'm happier that they have things like Crunchyroll. We have, I know, Leroy's like, yes, because he calls me old, and it's true. All right, I'm washed. But, you know, I'm glad that these young kids have like ways of watching anime, because like back in our time, man, it was Cartoon Network, Sci-Fi, and it was Toonami. Like, Toonami ushered in a lot of people with Cowboy Bebop. Like, I remember when anime was starting to become the norm, and I was just like, yo, are we doing this? I don't have to buy new type no more? Yes, let's go. Let's do it, you know?
No, I feel that. And that's actually what's funny, too, is kind of circling back to when I said I have to, like, represent and be conscientious of who I represent and how I maneuver. You know, it's like I said, I won't call myself old, but since I am older than most people in this kind of, like, game, you know, I also try to teach the younger people, in the sense, if I try to show them that you can be a grown adult but still be young at heart, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a responsible adult. Like, I have a house, mortgage. I take care of business when it's time to take care of business. But when it's time for fun and create and do stuff, I go all in too, you know? So like, I'm hoping that the bigger I get, younger people can see me and be like, you know what? He's an adult that did it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like homeless and trying to like talk about anime and cosplay and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a responsible adult. I'm just a geek.
Or being the dude that hangs out at GameStop and be like, yo, like, you know, this game is like really tight, man. Let's have a 4-hour discussion. Let me be here your whole like shift. And it's just like, my guy, like, I'm just trying to do some boxes. What you doing?
Right. What you want?
Yeah, moderation is key, man. Moderation is key.
Be like your old kids. Hey man, y'all chill out. Just like, I'm just going away, man. Oh, dude, crazy. Man, McDoom, thank you, man.
I got one more question.
We can talk all day. I know that you got other stuff to do, and you took time.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
What? Oh, okay. What you got?
Because the video that popped up in my YouTube was Sephiroth versus Cloud. So that means you're clearly a Smash player.
Yes.
What else are you playing right now?
Gotta ask you this. Yes.
Let's see.
And how did you feel about this nonsense of Sephiroth being in Smash?
Man, the games I'm playing right now, we're playing Spider-Man. That's what we're streaming. But in my downtime, I play Persona 5, FF7 Remake, like I mentioned, all the Uncharted games. Last of Us Part 2. What else did I play recently? Ghost of Tsushima was like the best.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I've been jamming on a lot of stuff, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Leroy, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, man, you see that? We still here, baby. Our generation's still here.
Look,
we still here. We great.
He played some stuff that I played too.
I know he did. So, hey, like we all can agree, Ghost of Tsushima was great. Let me ask you this, man. Speaking of that, Ghost of Tsushima didn't get Game of the Year. How did you feel about that?
You know, it's weird. Like, I played both, that and Last of Us 2. And I can say this, Last of Us 2 is a very fun, it's a very good game in the sense of graphics, amazing. The gameplay mechanics, amazing. Because they did a thing like Uncharted where you're playing and then something will happen, right? Like the floor will fall. You're falling, oh my God. Now you have to get through and do all this stuff. So it had a lot of action. The acting was amazing. I personally feel, and this isn't any disrespect to like any certain groups out there, but I feel like Last of Us 2 got all the awards because it was the wokest game, and by that I mean
it hit them check marks.
It was very much pandering to certain groups, and that's cool. Like a
movie of the video games. That's what it was.
You say what?
It was the Oscar movie of the video games. It was this is gonna win just because it's gonna win.
It hit every check mark possible. How was it not gonna win?
Yeah, so like it did really good. Like I said, it was a great game. I don't think it would have been game of the year per se, but like I understood why because of a lot of the messages they had woven into it and certain people like, whatever. My vote actually would have been FF7 Remake, but that's my emotional attachment. So I understand that not everybody likes RPGs, so I knew that couldn't have won game of the year like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it.
No, it's okay, Cloudie. Say it with your chest, bro.
No, I love it, me personally, because I'm big on RPGs like that. But yeah, that's why I think I wasn't mad that Ghost of Tsushima didn't get it, even though that was a phenomenal game. But I understand why Last of Us got it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I get it from a political standpoint. I get it.
Right, and we said the same thing because my thing was it got robbed because I felt like it was between 7 Remake and Ghost of Tsushima, and Leroy brought up a good point when he said, "Yo, Final Fantasy 7 already has accolades. Ghost of Tsushima should have got it." And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like as an old person, I can admit that they should have like let that happen because like Ghost of Tsushima, man, like that's much. Like I told Leroy about it. And he got into it surprisingly, and I was just like, "Yeah, I told you, it's great." And I mean, he's into it.
Every battle in that game never felt like a chore. You know how some games you play, it's like I'm grinding, but boring. You had to time your attacks, you had to like block, record, like it was fun. Like kind of how Spider-Man is, but Ghost was a lot more complex. But yeah, like that alone blew me away, man. Like I love the little duels you have. You gotta like do the thing try to save you out.
Yeah. Oh man, what?
Yeah, like that was beautiful.
I was like, yes, let's do it.
That ending though, man.
I know, man. I have to. I hadn't got there yet, but I already know what's probably gonna happen. But yeah, that's like Leroy was telling me. Like when I get there,
I almost fucking cried.
I can't wait, man.
It's intense, man. But no, like I said, shout out to Last of Us. I know, like I said, people gave it a lot of flack, but it's a fun game. I'll just leave it at that. It's a fun game, I myself, if I do ever become a big game developer, I think I'll try to stray away from trying to like hit on political subjects too hard. Yeah. Only because games, in my opinion, it's more about entertaining people, like taking them into a new world. Even if it's meant to be like our world, like a dystopian future, like Last of Us, it's not really necessary to try to hit on like all these social topics because you just want to have fun in the game, tell your story, but like. It's like some of the stuff they were saying in it was so obvious. Like they
were hitting on the times, the check marks.
We're woke. Look how woke we are, and it just
We're gonna kill this guy. He's a black man.
Yeah. It'd be just like that. It'd be like if the game's like, wait a minute, we can't kill black people in this game because of Black Lives Matter. It's like, no, this guy just killed my family. Like he's got to die. I don't care.
We gonna talk about how they did my man's in the first one though. Like where he just like, sorry, bro.
Yeah, that was just what? Like,
the only black guy figures. only black out the game figures.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. But yeah,
that's crazy. Wow,
man, that was fun.
Man.
That's crazy. I still ain't played the first one either, so I still haven't played the first Last of Us.
I mean, it was really good. It was really good. It makes you, it attaches you to the characters like really quickly, like because you go through so much with them that you're like, wait a minute, like now I understand, like you built that bond.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. And like I've told Leroy before, like it feels like Sony makes a lot of like artsy fartsy like video games when it comes to their adventures. Because Uncharted, as much as I love that series, I only play it like maybe once, and then I'm like, all right, after I've played all 5 of them now, because it's Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, the one on PSV, and then Lost Legacy, and it's just like, and then Uncharted 4. And I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna play these again. But great games. Like definitely something you want to go through once. Like that's how I felt about Last of Us. Because I didn't even finish the second one, but I finished the first one. And like it was like okay, like it was very, like you said, dramatic story. It makes you care for their characters. Like Sony has a great job of that, because even Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you finished Spider-Man, I won't ruin it for you, but it was like there was a lot of dramatic parts of Spider-Man. I was just like, oh, okay, didn't expect that one.
Yeah, man. Like I did it the other night, and they kind of switched to Miles Morales for a little bit, but it's during the City Hall bombing. Spoiler alert for anybody out there that's played it, but that whole sequence was so emotional. Just like the acting, what was going on, like it was powerful, and like I was like, I'm committed now. Like I'm so committed to this game. I'm put a ring on it. This game's gonna have my babies. Like this is how committed I am to Spider-Man. The game. Pause. The game. So
all good. We got you. We feel you.
I done said some borderline gay shit about a character, so I understand.
You say what?
I done said some borderline gay shit about a character, so don't worry. I understand.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, and I'm when I say open-minded, I don't mean like I'm bisexual. I just mean like I'm cool with, So
yeah, no, of course. And then one of my other questions that I had that I kind of want, because again, I don't want to hold you up or anything if you got time, but one of my other questions are like, what's like your favorite game of all time? Like if you had you just like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna just go back to it and play it, just kind of like just have fun, just take your mind off thing. Like what is your game? It's just like, I play this game, nothing else in the world matters. Like, do you have something like that, or?
I have a couple like that, but I guess I'll just pick one from this little cluster, and that would be.
Do what you want, man. We free over here.
I'll say this: there's a game called Mystical Ninja starring Goman, and it's funny. Yeah, like that game. I rented that for here's the thing. I rented that on a whim back in like 97, 98, right? Yeah, I'm big. So like, from Blockbuster. Yeah, so like. Yes. I only rented it because the cover looked cool. I was like, "Oh, what's this blue hair guy? What is that?"
Yeah,
I'm
like, "Oh my god, yeah."
Yeah, I'm like, Dad took me to Blockbuster. I'm gonna get it, whatever. So I played it that whole weekend, and I was like, "This is the coolest thing ever." It was like Mario 64, but like more involved. You had more.
Okay, so you played the one on N64. So have you ever played the one on Super Nintendo?
Well, later I did. I went when I got emulators and ROMs. I went back and dug those up. I didn't finish them, but I played them. But on N64, like that one was
amazing.
Oh, and I used to play it on the days when I didn't have a memory card. So like basically, like I had to get as far as I could, and that was it. If I had to like turn it off, it's whatever. So.
Dude, yeah, I love that. I had that game. I can't, my cousin has it somewhere now, so I'll never get it back again. I'll have to just buy it again. Yeah, bro, I love that game. That game was amazing.
One day.
Yes. I love because my introduction to that one was like on Super Nintendo because my cousins had it and I played it and I loved it because it was like basically like. It was like Super Ninja Boy and Pocky Rocky mixed together, which made no sense, but it worked. Yeah. And it's so good, man. I enjoyed that series.
A little bit I played of it, like I dug it. I mean, obviously I was still tied to the N64 version, but I like seeing how it led up to that. Like just the kind of the backbone, if you will, like the games that came before. And if they made a new Mystical Ninja, like I would pre-order that so fast, you have no idea. Like
I would be right behind you, sir, because I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, sir. Well, we have kept you long enough. Mr. McDoom, thank you so much for coming on the show again, bro. Like, we really appreciate it. We just had so much fun, man. Hopefully we'll have you back again. I'm sure by the time we have you back again, though, you'll be like, I'm releasing a new anime. You know what I'm saying? He might not even be Leroy. He might be like, the nerd play.
It's okay.
3K3. God, loser has a moniker that's a Mega Man name.
Look, I thank you for doing this because I can actually say I've met somebody that I follow on TikTok. And
man,
Twitter. So you're my first famous TikToker that I've met. So I appreciate that.
No pleasure. It was fun, man.
And you from the 205, which I even more respect.
You say what?
And you from the 205.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been in Alabama all my life. Birmingham, represent.
Same here. I hate this shit.
334. You know, we the crazy ones. I know. Everything they said about us is true.
Yeah, man. But go ahead, shout your social media out so we can put it out to all the new people that haven't met you and all any of our friends that might like you.
Oh, bet. Yeah. If you want to look up more of my stuff, it's at Cloudie McDoom, CLOUDIE, McDoom, MCDOOM. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all that good stuff. Yeah. So just stay tuned and you'll probably see me posting random stuff somewhere.
Follow his TikTok, y'all. This motherfucker's funny as hell.
Yes. Like, if you hadn't seen his skits, please go watch all his skits. It's hilarious. He even got, like I said, Tio Choco on it, which was phenomenal as a summon. That was the funniest shit ever. I love that. Being a Final Fantasy fan and a fan of both of you guys, I was just like, this is the perfect trifecta right here. It's perfect. Let's do it. You know?
Yeah, he's a good sport, man. I hit him up like, hey, Choco, because we became friends a couple months back. I was like, hey, man, will you be a summon? So I was like, yeah, let me go to a green screen and get that done. So, yeah, man.
I didn't know he was a Final Fantasy fan. Like, he's a Final Fantasy fan because he did Final Fantasy skit. Like, he did 2 or 3 of them like a while ago. And I was just like, yes, more black people love Final Fantasy. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Bro, yeah, I saw that from him. And he saw when I did making fun of Final Fantasy villains. This was like mid-pandemic, like earlier in like March or April or something. But like, yeah, that's how he hit me up. So,
cool.
Yeah, super, man.
That's wild.
That's what's up. And
well,
listen, bro, thank you so much, man. I don't even want to close out because I'm like, oh my god, I'm starstruck. It's glad we do,
right.
But
don't worry, man. We like to boost people up here,
right? Because like, you know, like I don't want to close out Leroy because then we might not get anybody else again. This might be it. This might be the pinnacle.
That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with him being the one and only if it happens.
That's right. That's right. But anyway, guys, I'm Rockman3K3.
My name's Leroy.
And we out, guys. Check us out on all social medias, which we'll post. We'll see you later.
Take it easy, everybody.